Hey guys, how y'all doing? I hope everybody's having a great day today. I am having a fabulous day today. I'm tired right now. Haven't been too long. Got back from taking a walk, and I actually went to the store after I got back from my walk because I'm going to get up in the kitchen today for you guys. I'm going to do that later, but I am going to get up into the kitchen today. I'm going to get in the kitchen this week. Let me put it that way. I'm going to get up into the kitchen and bring y'all a meal, okay? So I went ahead on and picked up some stuff so that I could prepare that little, I'm going to prepare a one dish meal for y'all later on in the week, okay? But I hope everybody had a great weekend. I had a fabulous weekend. Didn't really do too much. Went to my granddaughter's dance recital. That's always a lot of fun, but it's always so busy. It'd be so much going on. Oh my God, it just be so much. And you guys know this is Memorial Day weekend. So a lot of people out preparing to do their barbecuing, and people, I guess people just got people coming in town because everywhere I went, it was just extremely busy. So I guess everybody's preparing for that. People been coming in town for graduation. You have I think all the college done had their graduation, but I think last week was all the high schools having their graduation. So it just seemed like it was just extra traffic in town, just a whole lot of traffic going on. But yeah, that was about it. Didn't really do too much, just kind of chill. No big plans for this weekend for Memorial Day. For the weekend of Memorial Day, I didn't really do a whole lot. Just kind of chilled on that. I don't know. To me, holidays are, it's another day, another blessing, another day to be blessed to see another day. But I don't really get into the holidays the way I used to. I guess I'm getting older, and I just don't be one to cook and be out there on assisting on the grill, because I don't really be cooking on the grill, but just assisting, getting the meat prepped and making the size and all that. I be trying to see what my kids got going on so I can just go to their houses and hang out and cook and eat and just, sit back and relax. I ain't trying to be doing all that. But that was it. It's one thing that's been on my mind, and as I was watching the news all last week and even earlier, this weekend and stuff, they keep talking about they can't come to a decision or conclusion on I guess, next year's budget. And, this is the government, the politician up there in Washington trying to come together on this budget and talking about we in debt and we owe out all this money, like trillions of dollars. And I was thinking about that, and I'm like, who the hell do we owe this money to? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Just me, one person looking at it from my point of view. We as Americans, we go to work every day. We don't even get a choice on how much taxes. Well, okay, we do get a choice on the taxes because they'll ask you if you want one dependents, 2 exemption, and all this kind of stuff. But there are 3 things that's going to come out of our paycheck every 2 weeks or every week or every month, however you get a paycheck. You're going to have your state tax, your federal taxes, and your Social Security. So they up there talking about possibly doing something with Social Security, doing something with military pay, and and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense, because people work 30, 40 years, 50 years of their life, and during that time, they're taking out Social Security out of all these people paychecks. They don't have a choice. They can't keep from paying Social Security. It automatically comes out. Your federal taxes comes out. Your state taxes come out. Okay, this money is supposed to help the state. This money is supposed to help the federal. And then you got Social Security that's supposed to be a little pot. It's kind of like a little pot where you put your money in, and you're supposed to get that back when you reach that 62, 65, whatever the age limit, to get that Social Security back. And you've worked all your life to get that money. That's just like you putting money into a 401k, or you put it in stock or whatever. And it's really less because you're not even getting it back. They give it back to you in nickels and dimes. They don't even give you all this money that you put into this Social Security. And you talk about millions and millions of people that works daily and works for 40 to 50 years of their life. And some of the people's hell, they don't even get to live to get their Social Security back. They don't even get to live it. My brother passed away a little over a month ago, and he had worked over 30 years of his freaking life. And the last year of his life, he had gotten so sick where they took him out for work, so he couldn't work any longer. The doctor's telling him to apply for his Social Security. He applies for his Social Security, and damn it, it took them over a damn year to get his Social Security, and he done put all this money in, and he didn't even get to enjoy his Social Security. I don't even know if he even got a damn check, because every time he was calling to check on it and this and that, they was talking about they need this, they need that. They want, even though his doctors done gave them all this information, they want him to go to one of the Social Security doctors. They want him to do this and do that. It's just a bunch of crap. You spend all this time. So where's all that money my brother put off into the pot for the 30 years that he worked? So who's going to get that money now? He's gone. He's dead. He's passed away, and he didn't even get to draw any of his Social Security. He didn't get to get any of that money that he put in. And not only him, people die all the time that has worked half of their life, and then time they get to retirement or get to ready to retire, they pass away. So what are they doing with all that money that's going into the Social Security pot? What are they doing with it? Why they got to go and mess with Social Security, and people has bust their butts to get that Social Security, didn't have a choice of how much money they was going to take out of their checks every pay period with that money. And you have to go through, if you get sick before you reach the age to get your Social Security, and your doctors are telling you you need to go on disability, you have to go through a damn, you got to go to hell just to get your Social Security. Your doctors done fill out all this paperwork and telling you can get it. You can't work in between this time. You have to be off. You can't bring in no income while you're trying to go through the process to get disability. They don't give a dang that you trying to figure out how to live and how to make it week by week or day by day, and you worked all your life putting this money in there. It's like they don't want to give you your own money back to you, so you bust your butt, and then you go through all this red tape to get it. And then if they approve you within that first 6 months, then you got to wait an extra 2 months before it actually start getting it. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy. And you, like I said, all the money you put in there, and they send you these statements periodically, throughout your working career. They're sending you statements saying this is where you're at with Social Security, this is how much money you put in, this is how much you get if you go on disability, or this is how much you get if you reach this age to get Social Security. They send you out this summary with all this stuff on it. And then when you're looking at what you put in and what they talking about you can get back, you're like, how am I even going to live on that? How am I going to live on that? You used to bring home so much money, a pay period and this and that, and hopefully, and I hope nothing like this ever happened to anyone out there that's watching this. But unfortunately, you get sick and you get to the point where you can't work, and then they basically cut it in half, and sometimes they cut it like down to a third, a quarter of what you might have been bringing home. They cut it down that far, they nickel and dime it back out to you, and you're supposed to survive on that. And every year they sit up there in the White House, or wherever, Senate, wherever, House of Representatives, wherever the hell they're at, and they come to they start talking about this budget. They need to cut this, they need to cut that. We owe all these trillions of dollars, owe all this money on this and that. Who the hell do we owe this money to? Why can't you take care of these people in the United States that has bust their butts, working all their life, and they can't even sit back and enjoy the money that you have taken out of their checks, and on a regular basis, as long as they working, and they know you're working, because the IRS and government, they know you're working. So they know how much money you're bringing in. So they're going to take their money out every pay period. And half of the time, people sit around and wait on their income tax and this and that and state refunds. You don't even get hardly nothing back from that anymore. You bust your butt and put all this money in, and you want to just be comfortable. You want to sit back when you get to that age that they have outlined it for you. It's not your choice. Some people get to that age 70, 65 and above, and they have to end up going back to work because they cannot live on this little bit of money that they're nickel and diming them back to make a living with. This is their money that they put in. I've worked with people when I was working at Walmart. I had associates up in there that was in their 80s. I mean, high 80s. You know, people greeters up in there. And I used to talk to them and I would ask them, you know, why aren't they at home enjoying their life, sit back on the porch somewhere in a swing? And they would just be like, Miss Tintiy, I can't sit back. I cannot make it on this little bit of Social Security money. And some of them was retired from other jobs and still, you know, getting their other little retirement. And you have to remember, way back when they was working, the pay rate wasn't about crap. So they started off their retirement way lower than some of the people that's done put in 20, 30 years now and getting retirement. So their money was already way lower than the generation that it is now and stuff. And their Social Security is way lower than the generation of the people that may be my age or getting it now. You talk about people's in their 80s and above. You know, they're not getting as much Social Security. They're not getting as much on their retirement from another job that they might have worked at 20, 25, 30 years, you know, because the pay rate was so low. So they're having to come out of retirement and go and work another job at their age, and they can't sit back and relax and enjoy it. And then we got people up here making, 6 figures up here in Congress and Senate and the White House and all this stuff. You making over 6 figures a year, and you talking about cutting Social Security. You're talking about cutting military pay. The people that's getting paid to take care of the United States. You're talking about cutting their pay. And then you want to know, then I heard on the news, they talking about they can't get no recruiters. The military can't recruit the way they used to. They're not getting people to come into the military the way they used to. Why would they want to do that, put their life on the line, and never knowing if some war is going to break out and they got to go out there and fight for us, and y'all talking about cutting the pay? What? I don't understand this world. And it pisses me off because I'm not only am I'm a working civilian, and I've worked over 30 years as a civilian, I'm also a retired military wife that has also traveled and made sacrifices with my husband to serve this country. And now that he's, you know, gotten to a certain age and I've gotten to a certain age, now y'all want to start talking about, regardless, oh, don't worry about it, they don't put out in all them years. We done took all this money out of their check every pay period. Y'all up there talking about cutting Social Security, cutting military. You know, this stuff that's going to benefit the people that has already worked and put this time in. Y'all want to cut these benefits for them. It don't make no damn sense to me. Doesn't make any damn sense. But you're fast to jump and go help other countries. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you know, you got to help your allies because if something pop off, we want them to have our backs. But you need to learn how to take care of your people the way some of these other countries take care of their people. The United States needs to learn how to do that. It's just pitiful. It's just sad. It's really sad, man. It just pisses me off. And I was listening to that today, and I'm like, what? So by June the 1st, if y'all ain't came to some kind of decision, people may not get their checks. You're talking about military retirees and military people that's still in there. Something may be going on. They may not get their checks. You're talking about people that's on Social Security, that's dependent on that to pay their rent, to pay their doctor's co-payments. Because even people that's on Social Security and whatever type of Medicaid or Medicare that they get in, they have, some of those programs have co-payments. So how they're going to survive all this, how they're going to do this, it just don't make no damn sense to me. Okay, so I'm just venting, y'all. I'm venting about the government right now. So that's just a little something that's on Granna mind. I want to throw that out there to get that off my mind. I'm about to get ready to get up out of here so I can get ready and get myself together so I can get on over to the kitchen and get my my little meal together, or what I want to bring you guys in the next day or so. But that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to let you guys get on up out of here. Thank you guys for all the support. I appreciate it. But that's just Granna's opinion on the government bullshit that we have to sit back and wait on every year when it comes to this budget that they got up there, this $1 trillion debt that they say they have. Okay? All right. Granna's about to get up out of here. You guys have a great day. I'm going to check you out next time around.